Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be checking out the top 5 best 120Hz monitors that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research and have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions, and more. If you want to see more information and the updated price, you can check out the description below. And also, make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 5, we have the ASUS ROG Swift 27 inches 4K QD-OLED gaming monitor. The best 120Hz monitor we've tested is the ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG27 UCDM. It's an outstanding gaming monitor with premium picture quality and performance. While it has a maximum refresh rate of 240 Hz, it's still fantastic to use at 120 Hz thanks to its near instantaneous response time at any refresh rate, which results in almost no motion blur with fast-moving objects. It also has a 4K resolution and HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, so you can play 4K games with the PS5, PS5 Pro, and Xbox Series 10s up to 120 Hz. Its QD-OLED panel even offers outstanding picture quality. It displays deep and inky blacks in dark rooms against bright highlights without any blooming, and it gets bright enough for highlights to pop. Additionally, it displays a wide range of colors in HDR that look extremely vivid and lifelike. While its 27-inch screen offers an immersive gaming feel for most gamers, you can also consider the 32-inch ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG32 UCDM if you want a larger screen. Moving on, at number 4, we have the ASUS ROG Strix 26.5 1440p QD-OLED gaming monitor. If you find the ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG27 UCDM too much out of your price range but still want a premium display, look into the lower-end ASUS ROG Strix OLEDX G27ACDNG. It's fairly similar in features and even performance to the higher-end PG27 UCDM, with the main difference being that it has a lower 1440p resolution, so images aren't as sharp and are less detailed. That's the main trade-off for getting something cheaper, but it still displays the same deep and inky blacks in dark rooms with bright highlights for incredible picture quality. On top of that, it also has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth to take advantage of gaming consoles, as it supports downscaled 4K at 120 Hz signals, which are more detailed than native 1440p signals. Although it has a max 360 Hz refresh rate, it still performs very well at 120 Hz, as it has a near instantaneous response time for sharp motion. If you don't think you need something with such a high refresh rate and prefer a cheaper monitor, the ASUS ROG Strix OLED XG27AQDMG is a fantastic OLED gaming monitor, but it lacks HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, and colors aren't as vivid as on the XG27ACDNG. At number 3, we have the Acer Nitro XV275KP3274 KUHD Gaming LCD Monitor. If you prefer a lower-cost mid-range monitor, the Acer Nitro XV275KP3 BiPrus X is a good choice when you can find it on sale, and it's worth getting when it is. It's different from the ASUS ROG Strix OLEDX G27ACDNG because it doesn't have an OLED panel, so it doesn't display the same deep blacks and vivid colors. However, this is the trade-off you must make to get a cheaper monitor. It still delivers good picture quality, as it has mini LED local dimming that helps improve its contrast ratio, and there isn't much blooming around bright objects either. It also gets very bright, which is ideal for use in bright rooms. Regarding gaming performance, it doesn't have the same near instantaneous response time as the ASUS, but fast-moving objects still look sharp at 120 Hz. It also has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth to take full advantage of gaming consoles, and its 4K resolution helps deliver a detailed image. While it has low input lag at 120 Hz, it's higher at 60 Hz, so you have to play games at 120 Hz to get the best performance out of this monitor. At number 2, we have the ASUS Q27G3XMN 27 inches 2K QHD gaming monitor. If you want a monitor on a budget, check out the ASUS Q27G3XMN, which offers great value as a low-cost display. It uses mini LED backlighting like the Acer Nitro X V275 KP3 Biopros X, so it also looks great in dark rooms as it has a high contrast ratio and good local dimming feature, and highlights pop in HDR. However, it has a lower 1440p resolution, so it doesn't display the same detailed images, and without HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, it can't take full advantage of modern gaming consoles. Luckily, motion looks sharp for the most part on the AOC, but there's still smearing with fast-moving objects in dark scenes. One downside is that it has noticeable VRR flicker with changing frame rates, particularly in dark scenes. But this isn't so much of an issue if you set a frame rate cap to 120 FPS, or if you disable VRR altogether. And finally, at number 1, we have the Samsung 27-inch Odyssey G5 5C Series QHD 1000R curved gaming monitor. There are some options you can check out if you're on a really tight budget and you're looking for a cheap display, like the Samsung Odyssey G5 CS 27CG55. It's worth getting when it's on sale and costs less than the ASUS Q27G3XMN. Although it has a 27-inch 1440p screen like the AOC, it has a few notable trade-offs. First off, it has worse picture quality because it lacks a local dimming feature, and even though it has a good native contrast ratio with deep blacks, it doesn't deliver an impactful HDR experience with highlights that pop. Gaming also feels responsive thanks to its low input lag at 120 Hz, but it increases a lot more at 60 Hz, so this is something to keep in mind if you play some games that don't reach 120 FPS. Another downside versus the AOC is that it has even more smearing and blur, but this is what you have to expect from a cheap monitor. You can also check out the Dell G2524H if you want something with better motion handling, but it has a lower 1080p resolution, a smaller 24-inch screen, and can be harder to find. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.